Have you spoken to Martin yet? The plans you found make it clear that time is short.
I wish I could have helped you deal with the rest of those Mythic Dawn bastards, but it seems you did all right on your own. What do you need, friend?
Good evening, sir.
I've deciphered part of the ritual needed to open a portal to Cameron's paradise. The Xerxes mentions 4 items needed for the ritual, but so far I have only deciphered one of them. The blood of a Daedra Lord. In fact, Daedric artifacts are known to be formed from the essence of a Daedric Lord, from whence they derive their great power. Not an easy thing to come by, obviously, but we will need a Daedric artifact. Bring it to me when you have acquired one. I've learned that the Mysterium Xerxes is both the gate and the key to Cameron's paradise. In some sense, the book is Cameron's paradise. Manca Cameron bound himself to the Xerxes when he created his paradise, using dark rituals which I will not speak of further. A gate can be opened from the outside, however. It will be more difficult, as I will have to temporarily bind myself to the book. But I believe it can be done. I will continue working to decipher the arcane items needed for the binding ritual. The only way to obtain a Daedric artifact is through the cults devoted to each of the Daedric lords. The book, Modern Heretics, is the best introduction to Daedric cults. The library here has a copy if you need it. Remember, the Mysterium Xerxes ritual will consume the physical form of the artifact in order to release its Daedric power. I think I'm close to deciphering more of the ritual. I hope to have made some progress by the time you return with the Daedric artifact.
What do you need, friend?
Hail!
Yes?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes? Ah, there you are. We need to talk.
Of course. What troubles you?
The Mythic Dawn. What do we really know about them? How far into the Empire have they infiltrated? They could have sympathizers and spies.
I've come to value your judgment and your experience. Your wisdom does us all a great service.
The next section of the Mysterium Xerxes is very difficult. I haven't deciphered the rest of the ritual yet. I hope you are making better progress. I won't ask what you went through to obtain this, my friend. I know all too well the depravity of the princes of Oblivion. Are you ready to give me the artifact? Remember, the ritual will consume its physical form. It won't be seen again on Tamriel for many years. The world will be better off with this foul thing gone from it. You should talk to Joffrey. He needs your help. Trouble down in Bruma, I think. Farewell, my friend.
The Emperor's death was a harsh lesson to learn. We can never be too vigilant. But now is the time for action, not talk. There is work to be done.
Stay safe. Hail! I've just received word from the Countess of Bruma that an Oblivion gate has opened outside the city. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion. Since you've dealt with these gates before, I'd like you to help the Countess's guard close this gate. Once they've seen how it's done, they should be able to handle any new gates on their own. Captain Bird is waiting for you outside the Bruma City gate. He'll show you the Oblivion gate, although I doubt it will be hard to find. You should rendezvous with Captain Bird immediately. The sooner that gate is closed, the better. We know so little about it. Have you helped Captain Bird and his men close the Oblivion gate yet?
Thanks for coming. Since we had the hero of Kvatch available, I didn't think it made sense to try this on our own the first time. We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll follow you into that hell-spawned gate. All right, give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now. All right, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there. Nobody likes the idea of going into that thing, but it's our job, and we're going to do it. If we don't, Bruma ends up a smoking pile of rubble, like what happened at Kvatch. And that's not going to happen here, not while I'm captain of the guard. Boor, Soren, you're with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
So far, so good.
Look out!
This die! Will you fall down and bleed to death? Die at you! So far, so good.
This is no place I ever wanted to find myself. I don't see how we can... No, we can do this. We have to do this. We have no choice. I'm glad you're here. We wouldn't have a chance otherwise. What's our next move? We'll follow your lead. Here comes another one. I've got that one. Stay sharp. Look out. I've got that one.
So far, so good.
Sir. Look out!
Hallows bless me!
Here comes another one. Let's get this over. Look out! Tired.
The captain's in charge. I'll follow his orders. So far, so good.
I've got that one.
This day!
I've got that. Look out!
So far, so good.
Look out!
The screaming of thousands has passed through me.
Here comes another one.
So far, so good.
Stay sharp.
Talos bless me! So far, so good.
Parry and strike! I've got that one. Here comes another one.
So far, so far, so good.
I've got it.
That's okay. Little closer.
Look out!
We've got to get out of here.
What's the plan, sir? We'll follow your lead.
I sure hope you know what you're doing. I sure hope you know what you're doing.
It was an honor to serve with you, sir. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think my guardsmen and I can handle any new gates that open near Bruma.
did it, Captain. You closed the Oblivion Gate. We didn't think we'd ever see you alive again.
Believe me, it was no picnic. But thanks to our friend here, I now know we can close these hell gates. We can defend Bruma. You have the hands of a healer.
Well met. The Mythic Dawn will never take Cloud Ruler Temple, not while any blade still draws breath. Farewell.
Good evening, sir.
Good work. Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates, at least for now. But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable, the guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any hope of defending it. You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil, as well as the Elder Council. Ask them to send aid to Bruma before it is too late. Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xarxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it. Bruma cannot hold off the hordes of Oblivion alone. You should ask the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil to send help. You should speak to the rulers of Cyrodiil as soon as possible. The danger to Bruma is growing by the day.
Please show you.
From the Blades, did you say? Joffrey sent you? What's this about? Quickly now. This is terrible news. Under normal circumstances, I would dispatch a legion or two to Bruma immediately. But the circumstances are not normal, are they? I've been pleading for troops for Cyrodiil for weeks, but the generals assure me that the entire Imperial army is already fully committed. Besides, I'd have a full-scale political crisis on my hands if I tried to pull any troops out of the provinces. I'm sorry, but the cities of Cyrodiil will have to fend for themselves for the time being. Don't worry. The Elder Council can govern the Empire perfectly well until a new heir can be found. Truth be told, most of the Council has returned to the provinces to deal with urgent local matters, but we are in regular communication. But the Inner Council still holds regular meetings. We have the situation well in hand, I assure you. Please excuse me. I have things to attend to.
Please show your respect for the Imperial Palace by keeping your voice down. Can I help you? Chancellor Okado isn't seeing any visitors. The Elder Council chambers are closed to the public for the duration of the emergency. Kvatch? Kvatch was just the beginning. Those damned gates have opened up everywhere. Cheydinhal, Coral, Leowin. No city is safe. Carry on. Go ahead. Yes?
I don't have time to chat right now. With that Oblivion Gate looming outside the city walls, we're bracing for an attack. Perhaps we can speak later. My first responsibility is to the people of Cheydinhal. They look to me for protection in these dark times. With an open Oblivion gate just outside our walls, I cannot risk weakening Cheydinhal's defenses, even for such a worthy cause. The head of the Elder Council, and a trusted servant of the Empire. No one is better suited to guide us through these troubled times. Not long ago, one of those foul gates manifested itself just outside the west gates of our city. Nothing's come out of it yet, but we fear the worst. My son, Farwill, has taken some knights and entered the gate bravely in hopes of meeting the enemy head-on. If you want to help, and we can use all the help we can get, head over to the gate and lend a hand to the guards. Take care.
I'd advise you to keep your distance from that accursed portal. Haven't you heard about these gates to Oblivion opening up all over Tamriel? Well, not much to say, really. These gates to other places, well, it's very hard to explain. I'm not sure I even understand it. I hear tell that the Daedra make their way through these and invade our lands. It's sort of a door to the world where they live. Haven't seen it myself and don't intend to. Being this close to one makes me nervous. The good news is nothing's come out since Farwill entered. About 2 days ago, Count Indaris' son, Farwill, entered the Oblivion Gate with 6 other men. We haven't heard from them since then. The Count fears the worst, and has posted guards here so we can watch and see if anyone comes back out. And so far, nothing. At this point, Count Indaris is offering a reward for the recovery of his son from inside the gate, or confirmed news of his demise. If you find him, or the rest of the Knights of the Thorn, get them out of there. I'm sure the Count would also be pleased if the gate was closed. New to these parts, eh? The Knights of the Thorn are a bunch of rabble who fancy themselves true knights. Farwill formed the group around 2 years ago. They make grand boasts and talk a good talk, but that's all they are. The real work goes to us, the city guard. I hate to speak ill of them, as something horrible may have happened, but their own bravado got them into this mess. It's tolerated because Farwill is the Count's son, plain and simple. He has the power and the coin to put it all together. Most of the time, they lounge around the tavern drinking, making up stories of epic battles with impossible odds that they won. It's all garbage. They never patrol. They never help fight off the occasional bandit that slips into the city. Ah, well, I've said too much already. There's only one way to remove that gate. Venture inside, find the gate sigil stone, and take it. Once you have it, the gate should be closed. From what I hear, you'll appear back where you entered, safe and sound. There are 7 of them, including Farwill. Even though they're a nuisance, I still hope they haven't been hurt. Or worse. Farwill is a Dunmer, and he's wearing steel plate armor. His shield should bear the crest of the Knights. Nothing but the best for the Count's son. We will remain out here until the gate is either closed, or something emerges from inside. We need to warn Cheydinhal of impending attacks. Tread carefully. I don't know what evil lurks within that gate. Please speak to Amanus. He can tell you what you need to know.
It's about time someone got here. What took you so long? We are knights sworn to uphold the laws of Cheydinhal. We fear no being, and we strike fast and true as lightning. Many wish to join our ranks, as we are of the highest echelon. Only a select few may join the finest force ever to grace the lands of Cyrodiil. Until now, we numbered only 7, but attacked like a regiment. Our enemies quake at our approach and falter at our charge. Huzzah! I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 20 of them, but they just kept coming. Only Bremen and I remain alive. However, with you here now, we can take the sigil stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Cheydinhal. Huzzah! Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission is done. It's our way. Now, in my father's name, as Count Indorus of Cheydinhal, I order you to lead me to that sigil stone. I suggest we use the Raymond Sweep formation. You'll assault, and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward! Huzzah! The sigil stone for this Oblivion Gate is the key. As soon as we have it, we shall rid Cheydinhal of its existence. The path is yours. Lead on.
Even if Farwill doesn't say it, we appreciate that you're here. Don't judge Farwill too harshly. Most of what he says is fabricated, but he's young and therefore quite brash and inexperienced. All he wants to do is please his father. I've known him since he was a lad, and fighting to defend Cheydinhal is in his heart. I just wish his heart was bigger than his hubris.
made it! Victory is ours once again! Huzzah! You've done well. I wouldn't have expected such bravery from someone who isn't a Knight of the Thorn. Now that this battle between good and evil has been won, and the day is ours, you should go speak with my father. He will reward you greatly for escorting me home and closing the Oblivion Gate. Since you have led us to victory, I am hereby giving you the honorary title of a Knight of the Thorn. Your name shall be revered, and your deeds placed into song, to be performed by the greatest bards for generations to come. Congratulations. No more will the gate threaten the good people of Cheydinhal. The Knights of the Thorn have triumphed once more. As a Knight of the Thorn, you are now expected to carry this symbol of your knighthood. Carry it proudly, and wear it well. Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out. Make sure you address the Count properly.
Thank you for getting me out of that cursed place. Perhaps in the future, Farwill will learn patience and careful planning before dragging us into a situation like that again. The gate has been closed. Finally, thanks to you, the Knights have a real victory on their hands. There's been some terrible trouble at the chapel in Anvil. All of the Bella's priests and priestesses murdered. You should hasten to Castle Cheydinhal. You've done it! I never thought it possible! I suppose Farwill will wish to talk to you now. Mustn't keep the Count's son waiting.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cheydinhal. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks. But he's still my son, and I adore him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure you wish to hear of your reward. I'm in possession of 2 fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thornblade or the Staff of Indaris. The Thornblade it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydinhal, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell. And may RK guide you. I think if you had the chance to speak to any of the knights, they were happy to follow Farwill into battle. I'll be having a very long talk with my impetuous son. I don't blame him directly for their deaths, but he must learn to do things the proper way. He must realize he'll be ruling Cheydinhal one day. That's a responsibility I aim to make him ready for. I will not forget your service to me and to Cheydinhal. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma. Even though he may be a bit misguided, I'm still proud to call him my son. Take care.
Hi there.
What?
What's new with you?
I heard there were some goblins around here recently. Awful creatures.
Goblins. Ugh. Evil, foul-smelling little brutes.
May Talos guide you. It is a privilege.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Coral. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation. As the head of the Elder Council, High Chancellor Orcato is the de facto ruler of the Empire for the time being. Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my city a great service by closing the Oblivion Gate. I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in the defense of Bruma. Consider it done. Goodbye.
Welcome. Regulus Terentius, Count Bravil. I'm really rather busy, and I doubt that you have anything to say that I need to hear. He thinks to use his position as head of the Elder Council to make himself emperor. He will not succeed. Thank you for closing the Oblivion Gate that was threatening Bravil. I will send my guard captain, Viera Laris, to Bruma's aid. I've sent Captain Laris to Bruma. She is one of my best soldiers. I'm glad to be able to help defend the heir to the throne. Take care. Welcome.
Look at the muscles on you.
Marius Caro, by grace of the Nine, Count Leowin. You are a stranger to me, but well met. Perhaps you would like to do a service for County Leowin. He and the rest of the Elder Council care nothing for Cyrodiil. They focus obsessively on the provinces, leaving us to fend for ourselves. Well, with the Oblivion Gate near Leowin closed, I suppose the immediate threat is lessened. I will do as you ask. Let no one say Leowin did not do its part to uphold the Empire. I am proud of my family's tradition of service to Leowin and its people. We face many challenges, but God's willing, we shall prevail. Be seeing you.
The common folk of Leowin recognize your valor, even if Count Terentius does not. What do you need, friend? Leowin has always been a melting pot of races and cultures. Of course, racial and cultural conflicts produce inefficiencies and confusion. I fear Lady Leowin and Ladara Mothril plan to push the minorities aside and establish a bland Imperial-dominated culture here in Leowin. Farewell.
Go ahead. A pleasure to see you.
What is it now?
Your bravery is the talk of Skingrad. Well done! I believe the Count may want to handle this matter personally. Wait here. I will tell the Count you are waiting to see him.
It's you. Hi.
What's going on with you?
I've heard people saying they ran into goblins around here not long ago.
and I will
I can't
listen.
stand those
The news
things.
from Anvil is terrible.
Horrible things. I hear that the High Elves trained them. I can't
the
imagine
servants
it.
of Dibella, slaughtered on the very
Look
altar
at
of
the
love.
muscles on
Truly
you.
shocking.
By the gods.
Sure.
Good day. Fine greetings to you. I'm sorry, we've not met. I'm Janice Hasseldor, Count Skingrad. I don't envy the High Chancellor his position. It can't be easy trying to rule an empire without an emperor. Mehrunes Dagon has no more love for my kind than for my mortal subjects. Less, perhaps, as we make poor slaves. You have helped me by closing the Oblivion Gate near Skingrad. I will likewise help you by sending aid to Bruma. Perhaps you'd better speak with my steward. I'm afraid I have little time to spend with visitors to Skingrad. Tell me more. Good day.
You have the hands of a healer.
by all means. What's going on with you? Speak. They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott. It's my pleasure. Please, continue. Please, go on. I have few enough men to spare, but you have more than earned our help. I will send what aid I can. Bruma must not share the fate of our city. Good day. Hail, good citizen. Greetings. How can I be of service? I welcome a friendly face in these dark times. How can I be of assistance? If you've got to travel, by the 9 divines, stay on the roads. The wilderness just isn't safe anymore. We've had sightings, you see. The Daedra. Farewell, citizen.
You sure gave those damn Daedra what for. It makes us all feel better to have someone like you around. Chancellor Okato has performed heroically. No one else could have held the Empire together during this crisis. I've heard that you've closed the Oblivion Gate outside Anvil. I honor you for your bravery and service to my city. With Anvil safe for the moment, I will send some of my best soldiers to bolster the Bruma garrison. You too.
Yes?
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you himself. Be sure to speak to Joffrey about the armor of Tiber Septim. I'll continue my study of the Mysterium Xarxes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes? So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. I wish there was another way. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many lifetimes. I do not know. The catacombs of Sankator were sealed by the first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relus, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned. Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death, but we have no other choice. You must succeed. An ancient relic of the first emperor who became the divine Talos, the patron of our order. After the Battle of Sankator, Tiber Septim gave his armor to the Blades in honor of our role in his victory. The Blades built a shrine in the catacombs of Sankator, on the spot where Tiber Septim received the blessing of Akatosh. The armor has been there ever since. Before evil came to Sankator, this shrine was a place of pilgrimage for all Blades. But no one has visited the shrine and lived to tell the tale in centuries. Farewell.
Sir.
You have freed me. Now, I can finally complete my lord's last request. I was Relus, loyal blade of Emperor Tiber Septim. I do not know how long I have been dead. It feels like an eternity. My 3 companions and I were sent here by the Emperor Tiber Septim to discover what evil had defiled the holy catacombs of Sankator. We did not know that the Underking, who was Zirin Artis, had risen to take his first revenge upon his former lord. The Underking defeated and ensnared us in his evil enchantment and bound us here to guard forever the defiled shrine of Tiber Septim. He departed long ago, but his evil will remains, preventing any from paying homage at the shrine of Tiber Septim. Over the uncounted years of our slavery here, we have brooded over our defeat. I believe that we can undo the Underking's evil magic. I go now to complete my duty to my lord, Tiber Septim. Free my brothers, and together we may be able to lift the Underking's curse. Farewell. Have you seen Elaine or Valdemar? Rielus fell in the lower chamber. We were separated. The fog blinded us. No, that was the dream. I'm awake now. I must fulfill my oath to the Emperor before I can finally rest. Stand aside in the name of Tiber Septim and the Blades. Hinder me at your peril. freed me. Free my brothers, if they are still enslaved. Together we will cleanse the shrine of the Underking's foul magic. We have fulfilled our last duty. We go now to Aetherius without shame. Farewell. We have fulfilled our last duty. We go now to Aetherius without shame. Farewell. We have fulfilled our last duty. We go now to Aetherius without shame. Farewell. We have fulfilled our last duty. We go now to Aetherius without shame. Farewell.
Well met. The noose around Bruma is tightening. Now that the Mythic Dawn has learned Martin's location, we have to be prepared for the worst. Stay safe.
Good evening, sir.
My progress on the Mysterium Xerxes is slow, I'm afraid. How goes your search for the armor of Tiber Septim? The Septim blood may flow through my veins, but you have the soul of a hero. The armor of Tiber Septim himself. Joffrey will be amazed to see it. You can reassure Joffrey that I will not destroy the armor. All I need is a scraping of Talos's divine blood. The blades are as touchy as priests about relics of Tiber Septim, it seems. While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xerxes ritual. The third item we need is a great Welkin stone. You may have run across lesser Welkin stones. They're fairly common in Ayleid ruins, but a great Welkin stone will not be easy to come by. They have been plundered one by one over the years, due to their great value to mages and occultists. There is only one place that is rumored to still contain one. The ruins of the Ayleid city of Miskarkand. A place where many have perished seeking its great stone. But nothing else will do, so you must succeed where all others have failed. The capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms which flourished in Cyrodiil before the rise of men. It is said that the ruins are still haunted by the vengeful spirit of its last king. True or not, it is not a place to enter lightly. Be careful. The pinnacle of Ayleid magic. Once, every Ayleid city had its great stone, but they've all been plundered over the centuries. All but one. The great stone of Miskarkand is reputed still to shine in the deep darkness of its ruined halls. But no one has ever done more than glimpse it from a distance. It is said to be guarded by the ghost of the last king of Miskarkand. Miskarkand is one of the most extensive Ayleid ruins in Cyrodiil. It was the capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms. You might find glories and laments among the Ayleid ruins useful. I have the library's copy at my table if you need it. Be careful, my friend. I know you've braved many dangers already, but Miskarkand is not to be taken lightly.
What is it? Stay safe. Do you have a moment? There's something we need to discuss.
Of course. What troubles you?
I can't stop thinking about the Emperor. We failed. We failed because we got complacent. We got arrogant. Now the Empire's paying the price.
I've come to value your judgment and your experience. Your wisdom does us all a great service.
Well, you know how it is. There are whispers in the halls of Cloud Ruler as in any other place. But it matters not. The Blades stand united.
Right. Well, we'll all have to remain extra vigilant. But enough chatter. Back to our duties, eh?
May Talos guide you. Good morning, sir.
Well met. Tell me more. Stay safe.